Welcome to the overview video on Zoho Payroll. I am Irene and I am here to demonstrate how you can make the best use of Zoho Payroll to automate your payroll process. Zoho Payroll is a cloud-based tax-compliant payroll software which automatically calculates salaries, taxes and deductions, sends payslip out every month and performs all other payroll activities. You will learn its fundamentals, which will include how you can set up your organization profile, onboard employees, configure salary structure and get your statutory tax set up, run your first pay run, and gaining insights into your payroll process and other administrative functions. To get started, sign in to your Zoho Payroll account, after which you will be logged into the home page. The home page gives you an insight of all your organization's summary details. Here, the deduction summary gives you the EPF, ESI and TDS deduction details. In the employee summary, you can view a list of all the active employees in your organization. And here, in the payroll cost summary, you can see a graphical representation of the monthly payroll cost incurred by your organization. Further, you can drill down to get net pay, taxes, statutories and deduction details. The tasks which are in pending status appear under the To-Do Task section. On the left sidebar, you can find all the different modules in Zoho Payroll. The Employees module lets you add and manage all of your employees' details. In the Pay Runs module, you can process payments for employees based on their pay schedule. The Approvals module lets you review each reimbursement claim, proof of investment and salary revision of your employees. In the Taxes and Forms module, you can track your TDS filings and generate Form 16 for your employees. If you have provided loans for your employees, you can keep track of it in the Loans module. Also, the Reports module provides a wide range of reports for payroll reporting, statutory compliance, and more. Now that you're familiar with the user interface, let's see how to configure your organization. Go to Settings and click Organization Profile. Here, you can add or modify the details including your company logo, date format, and the filing address which will be displayed in all payslips and forms. The email address which you will provide here will be a primary contact for your organization. If your organization has offices spread across, you can add all their addresses in the work locations. It impacts the contribution towards the professional tax and labor welfare fund of your employees. Moving on to the next most important part, using Zoho Payroll, you can stay statutory compliant and configure EPF, ESI, professional tax and labor welfare fund. The Employees Provident Fund is a retirement benefit scheme which aims to provide financial security to employees. If your company is registered with Employees Provident Fund organization, you can enable EPF and add your organization's EPF number. Under Contribution Details, you can configure employers and employees' contribution rate from the drop-down. The contribution selected here will be applicable to all employees across the organization. Check in the box if you want to include employees' contribution in the CTC. However, if you want to change the contribution rate at employee level, you can enable the override option given here. You can also calculate PF contribution based on the number of working days by the employee by enabling the prorate option. In case the basic is less than the PF wage restriction of 15,000, other PF components such as traveling allowance and telephone allowance may be included in the PF wage computation to bring the EPF to 15,000. To enable this, check the Consider all applicable salary components if PF wage is less than 15,000 after loss of pay option. If you have registered for Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana scheme, activate the Eligible for ABRY scheme option and check the relevant option. You can preview the sample calculation attached here for better understanding. Moving on to the Employee State Insurance, which is a self-financing social security and health insurance scheme applicable only to employees whose monthly salary is 21,000 or less. You will see the employer and employee's contribution rate of ESI pre-configured in the system as per current rates instructed by government. Also check the box next to Include employee's contribution in the CTC if applicable. As professional tax is state specific, it varies from state to state. So based on the work location, the tax slab and the deduction cycle, the professional tax will be automatically calculated. Similarly, Labor Welfare Fund deduction will happen based on work location and deduction cycle. Also, you will be allowed to enable or disable the Labor Welfare Fund for each state. All the discussed statutory components can be enabled or disabled at the employee level as well. Next, let's set up the core elements that significantly impact your employee's salary structure in the organization. In this screen, you can configure the earnings, deductions, and reimbursements components. You can customize the salary components as per your organization's requirements. To do this, you can edit the name of the component, select the type of calculation, and configure your preferences from the component. Click Mark this as active if you want to set up payroll for this component. In case you are unable to find any variable pay or standard component of your choice, click here to add a component where you can choose custom allowance as the earning type and create them with settings as per your requirement. Similarly, with Zoho Payroll's out-of-the-box customizations, you can add deduction components and configure reimbursement components as required. Once you have configured the salary components, you can create the salary templates for commonly used salary structures and assign them to your employees instead of manually entering them. Click this option, fill in all the necessary details. You can also include your salary components and click Save. Now you will be able to associate the template with your employees. In the taxes section, you can configure your organization tax details and tax deductor details. These details help Zoho Payroll generate Form 16 for your employees. In the pay schedule section, you can configure your organization's work week, how to calculate employees' monthly salary, payday, and when you would like to start processing regular pay run in the system. Zoho Payroll also allows you to invite multiple users to your organization and assign them specific roles. Control access at module and feature level to delegate payroll admin duties. You will be able to customize roles based on the level of access you wish to provide. Zoho Payroll offers various payslip templates. You can select a template of your choice from here. You can also customize the template as per your requirement. You can preview the payslip to check how the components will be displayed. Click Save and choose to set it as default. You can also check the format of full and final settlement payslip, which will be generated once after processing termination pay run in the system. You can now manage your HRMS, payroll, and accounting all under one roof, thanks to Zoho Payroll's multiple integration options. Let's look at the Zoho People integration first. You can enable the integration from here, specify the work location and the type of employees that are to be synchronized from People, and also map all the key fields required for payroll processing. For the loss of pay, select the pay schedule configured in Zoho People. Now with this integration, the employee details and the loss of pay details will be pulled into Zoho Payroll from Zoho People, and you can process the monthly pay runs accordingly. You can integrate Zoho Payroll with our online accounting software Zoho Books. On integrating, you can link the bank account you use to disperse salaries and match the dispersal transactions to bank feeds in Zoho Books. You can customize the chart of accounts in Zoho Books where all your journal entries will fall into, or you can simply use the existing chart of accounts. The wages you pay and the taxes you deposit will also be recorded in your accounting books. Once the integration is complete, the journal entries will be posted automatically in Zoho Books. With Zoho Payroll connected banking feature, credit your employee salaries in few clicks. If you have a corporate bank account in ICICI, Yes Bank or HSBC Bank, you can easily integrate it with your Zoho Payroll organization. Enter your CIB details and configure the integration. You're all set to initiate salaries every month with the help of a single click button. Please note that the connected banking feature will be available only in organizations created in the Indian Data Center. Now, let's look at how you can configure automation of key payroll functions that would otherwise take up a lot of time and manual efforts. In the Preferences section, you can enable or disable the employee portal access from where employees view their payslips and perform all payroll-related activities. If you wish to convey any important messages to your employees through the portal, you can enter the message in the space provided under Banner Message, select the date till when you want this message to be displayed and click Save. In the Flexible Benefit preference, you can release the Flexible Benefit Plan declaration for your employees, specify the log date, and manage the alerts which will be sent to the employees automatically. In the Reimbursement Claim section, you can select the last date to submit the reimbursement claim, which will be applicable for all months. In the Income Tax Declaration section, you can release the IT declaration, select the log date for submittal, and set reminders as required. You can add custom reminders as well. Similarly, you can release the Proof of Investments declaration, Additionally, you will get an option to select a month from when you want to consider the approved investment amount for pay runs. If you wish to create any additional fields in the Employees module, you can use the Employee Custom Field section. Now, let us see how to onboard your employees. The Employees module lets you add and manage all of your employee details. You can add employees in 3 different ways. You can click Add Employee and enter the employee details in 4 steps using this screen. Alternatively, if you have a list of employees and their salary details, you can import them to Zoho Payroll. To do this, click the More option, Import Data. You would need to follow the file format and can also download a sample file for your reference. If you are using Zoho People, then you can integrate it with Zoho Payroll and pull in all the employee details. Click on an employee to quickly view and edit key details. The Overview tab shows a snapshot of the employee's basic, personal, and payment details. You will be able to enable or disable specific statutory components for an employee from here. View the currently assigned salary structure for the employee from here. You can also quickly edit or revise the salary structure from this tab in multiple ways by assigning a new salary template, applying a percentage-based change, or individually updating the salary components. Use the Investments tab to view the IT declaration and proof of investments. You can also edit or submit these on behalf of the employee. Get a summary of the reimbursement eligibility and claim status of the employee from here. The Payslips and Forms tab gives you access to the month-on-month payslips and TDS sheets for the employee. Apart from the monthly payslip, Zoho Payroll also automatically generates the TDS sheets for the employees. This shows the detailed breakup of the income tax calculation, including earnings, exemptions applied under various sections and deductions. In the Loans tab, you can view any ongoing loans availed by the employee. Additionally, you can also perform other actions such as assigning custom deductions to the employees, releasing or locking the IT declaration, terminating the employee, etc. from here. Now, we will come to an important part of Zoho Payroll. As we know, processing pay runs wholly depends on the configured payroll structure. Let's see how to approve and process the pay run. As you can see, the pay run is in ready state. Just click Create Pay Run. Here we see Zoho Payroll has already done all your calculations such as payroll cost, employee net pay, pay day, employee summary, and taxes and deduction. Before you finalize the pay run, you would need to give some key inputs such as the loss of pay or LOP applicable for employees and any one-time or variable earnings or deductions. If you have enabled Zoho People integration with your payroll organization, you can fetch the LOP details by simply clicking on the Fetch Data option. In case you're not using Zoho People, you can use the import option here to apply the LOP days for employees from a .csv or .xls file. You can also use the import option to provide the inputs for variable earning components such as bonus or incentives and one-time deductions such as canteen bills, fines, etc. You can select an employee to see more details on the right pane. If you wish, you can manually add LOP details, one-time earnings, and deductions from here. You can export the payroll summary and comparison report as well. After providing your inputs, click Submit and Approve to put up this pay run for a review before finalization. You can assign the pay run reviewer role to an authorized person for this activity. If you have integrated with Zoho Books, you can choose to post expense and journal entries in Zoho Books. If you have enabled direct deposit, you will get an option to initiate payment on the payday. If you have not enabled direct deposit, you can download the bank advice file from here and submit it to your respective banker. After confirmation, you can record the payment. Click Record Payment to record the salary dispersal on or after the payday to release the payslips. Now here, under Payroll History, you can view the completed pay runs. We make it totally effortless for you to migrate from your current payroll system. If you have already run a payroll in the current financial year outside Zoho Payroll, enable this option to upload the prior payroll details. The imported prior payroll details will help the application in calculating the tax accurately. Now, we will see how to import prior payroll in our system. The process consists of 3 steps, that is employee information, pay information, and summary. You will be provided with a sample .csv and .xls file formats to help you fill in and upload your prior payroll data each month. Moving on to the Approvals module. Here, you can review and approve the reimbursement claims, proof of investments, and salary revision of your employees. Reimbursement claims and proof of investments submitted through Employees Portal will be appearing here. You can review and approve or reject the claims from here. The salary revision done in the Employees module will be displayed here for approval. You can approve or reject them accordingly. Next, we have TDS payment and Form 24Q module, using which you will be able to record monthly TDS payment details and generate quarterly Form 24Q file. Also, we have Form 16 module, which facilitates you to electronically generate and publish the Form 16 to your employees. For this, you would need to first upload the Form 16 Part A, which can be downloaded from the Traces application. The system will generate a consolidated Form 16 with Part A and Part B. The tax deductor of your organization can then digitally sign the forms using Digital Signer tool. You can also use the Zoho Payroll Form 16 Signer tool, which is available free of cost. Once the forms are digitally signed, you can publish them in this system. This will make the Form 16 available to your employees via the self-service portal. Now let me take you through the Employee Experience Console. Zoho Payroll plays a vital role in empowering your employees with an exceptional payroll experience. Once employees accept the portal invitation and set up their account, they can access the portal through any browser or a mobile application. The home screen gives the overview of employees' recent payslips, reimbursement claims, taxes liability, and employee provident fund deductions. The reminders related to flexible benefit plan, IT declaration, proof of investment, and reimbursement claims will be displayed here as well. In salary details, employees can view their salary structure, download the payslip, and download the tax worksheet of each month. They can also view the graph of their earnings in this financial year. The reimbursement section allows employees to track and raise reimbursement claims. Once the admin releases the IT declaration and proof of investments, employees will have an option to submit the same from here. If the employee has availed for a loan or an advance, they can track its status from the Loans module. Employees can download their Form 16 from here once it gets published from the admin portal. Employees can get access to their portal anytime by downloading the mobile app from the App Store for Apple devices or Android devices. Now, let's understand how Zoho Payroll can help you manage all the loans or advances that you have provided to the employees. You can create your own loan types from here and record loans using this option. Specify the monthly repayment deduction here while recording the loan. Now let's understand how Zoho Payroll can help you manage all the loans or advances that you have provided to the employees. The system will automatically deduct repayments from the employees' salaries each month. After recording a loan, you can view all running employees' loans from here. You can record manual repayments using this option. To back your employees during any financial crisis, you can use the pause installment deduction option to halt the loan deductions temporarily. Lastly, we have the Reports module, which offers an array of reports to track all aspects of your payroll process. The Payroll Overview category provides the key reports on the core payroll process. For example, here is the monthly salary register, which will give you a detailed component-wise breakup of the salary dispersed to employees in a given period. All these reports can be customized based on work location, department, designation, parent status, and employee status. You can also export all reports in the CSV, XLS, and XLSX formats. The Statutory Reports category gives you the key reports for filing purposes. So here you have the reports for EPF, ESIC, and professional tax deductions. This is an example of the EPF ECR report. You can export the report in the government mandated ECR format directly from Zoho Payroll and use the same for filing on the government portal. Apart from this, you also have deduction reports, loan reports, taxes and forms, payroll journal summary, activity logs, and investment reports. If you have any questions, you can click this question mark symbol and refer to our user guide and FAQs. You can click here to get in touch with us for support, to book a demo, or to request a call. We are just one click away to respond to all your queries. This brings us to the end of this session. We hope you found this video interesting and informative. Thank you for watching.